It's been kind of weird getting some of these secret rendezvous off my chest, but this one was kind of crazy, I think. I used to hook up with many women off of AOL Messenger chat rooms, and it was crazy. What do I mean by that? Well, it was so much opportunity to hook up on there that I was turning down women, so to speak. I mean, was I really turning down women? No. I was just so busy, or it would be something like, let's say if a lady said that she didn't give head, then I'd pass her up, or if a lady didn't want to hook up within a certain time or something like that, I'd lose interest, and sometimes I'd even double back and get with her later. But this one I'm going to talk about, of course I'm not going to say her name or what city, etc. That would be messed up, but I do tell these stories accurately so that if the girl was to see this video she'd know that it has to be her, even though this world is so big. But I guess I'm careful enough to not be too descriptive so as to blow her cover. But this one, shoot, might just be different in that it would probably be desired that her man knows about what happened, because that's how I got with her in the first place. I was on AOL talking to some lady and I saw this chick pop up in the chat room and I thought that she was cute, and so I immediately hit on her. Picture a medium height, brown-skinned black woman with a jiggly booty, and of course this jiggly booty I wasn't aware of until we hooked up because her profile only showed her cute face, so maybe I was going off of imagination and ended up being right, but anyway. This was nuts. She wasn't very talkative, but for some reason she wouldn't block me when I came on really strong to her. I let women know, even to this day, what I'm about. I never BS a female because I would want that in return, and even though I just said that, I've obviously experienced a lot of BS from them, but that's for another page. Turns out she was married, but unhappily married after she had just found out that her husband cheated on her with another woman, or at least that's what she told me. She lived alone at the time, because she had just kicked this dude out, and for all I know now looking back, old boy could have been outside watching as I came over, because after let's say, I dunno, 15 to 25 minutes, we were talking about hooking up offline, and she eventually gave me her address. Her real address. There was a lot of ladies unfortunately playing games online, so it was nothing to talk to someone on there and show up to a fake address or to the sound of chicks giggling on the other side of the door, and unfortunately it's happened a lot, even though I did get with a lot of chicks. I'm rambling like a mofo, aren't I? I do that. Too many head injuries, I tell you. I shouldn't let a lady that has epilepsy go down on me. Get it? Too many head injuries. Or I could have said a woman with braces, but anyway, back to this pissed off married black woman that was apparently trying to get back at her husband. I showed up, and remember I told you that she wasn't very talkative or chatty online, yet she was receptive to what I was laying down because we kept talking? Well, she was even worse in person. I was nervous about that, to be honest, because of all the consent stuff, but she was all about it, and pretty aggressive enough in her own right. So I arrive and knock on the door, and she answered with a long t-shirt on showing legs, and of course I can make out the cheeks pretty well under that long shirt, and in my mind, it's on. Well, she was on the same thing. She grabbed my hand and pulled me in and took me over to the couch. She was so quiet, so I talked to her to make sure that we were indeed doing this, and she explained how I wasn't here for that. She in so many words was so hurt at what her husband had done to betray her and their marriage that she was out for pure revenge. A one-time thing. You would have thought that we were lovers the way we went at it. I'm talking she was like a master of ceremonies, and she was not playing around at all with the microphone. You know what I'm saying. We started out on the couch. My bare butt sitting on where this dude probably watches TV with his hand down his pants like Al Bundy. Like the rest of us men, haha. Man, that's cold of her to go so low like she did on me, but I wasn't going to stop her. We took it to the floor, and I'm talking raw dogging with the deep deposit if you smell what I'm talking about, and I just left after washing off and never heard from her or seen her again. She just stared at me through the glass after closing the door behind me like, mission accomplished. Most of these chicks that I met on there were repeats, but she and I never saw each other again, or I'll say, if I ever ran into her again, I wouldn't even recognize her at all. That's how active I was on there that if we weren't a regular thing, I probably forgot your face. But I remember just about every encounter in some form or fashion, even if it's fuzzy from all of the head injuries, lol. Traumatic brain injury is no laughing matter. Tell these ladies to get their braces out or take their seizure medications before giving me brain. Know what I'm saying, boss?